Letitia James has been going back and forth with the Department of Justice, saying these claims and this indictment brought against her had no weight to it. She didn't understand why this was happening and what she's being accused of. She's innocent of. Now, on this channel, y'all know, if you're new here, you will know now that we believe innocent until proven guilty. So Letitia James, she came out and she said, the first thing I want to do is I want to say that President Trump appointed this attorney only to go after me, James Comey, and some of the others. And now the U.S. Department of Justice is clapping back and they're telling Letitia, no, Letitia, you're not going to say that because Miss Halligan is here for a reason. She's here to do her job. And that's exactly what we're doing. So we're actually going to get into their response, the response from the Department of Justice here shortly. But let's get a little update from CBS News and find out what's going on here with Letitia James and James Comey.
And we have an update to the criminal cases of former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. The Justice Department is denying claims from the two, alleging that the prosecutor who pursued their cases was unlawfully appointed and needs to be removed. James and Comey argue Lindsay Halligan had no authority to bring their individual indictments. Comey is accused of obstruction and lying to Congress, while James is accused of mortgage fraud. Both of them have pleaded not guilty. Now, joining us live is CBS News Justice correspondent Scott McFarlane. Scott, federal prosecutors are pushing back on another one of Comey's claims as they also disclose new evidence in the case. What can you tell us about that?
Prosecutors are trying to keep these very high-profile, very controversial prosecutions alive, to keep them from being dismissed. There are two different jets on parallel runways at
they
this
won't
point.
Get dismissed.
The case of former FBI Director James Comey and the case of New York Attorney General Letitia James. Same prosecutor, same district, the Eastern District of Virginia, but both are making the same argument as they go down their parallel runways. They're arguing that Lindsay Halligan, the U.S. attorney, was not lawfully appointed to the position by the Trump administration, and therefore, because Halligan's name's on the case should collapse and be dismissed, which would be a seismic development in all of these legal dramas. The Department of Justice overnight has argued that Halligan was, in fact, lawfully appointed. They make a series of arguments as to why, including a new designation from the Attorney General herself, Pam Bondi, that Halligan is her special prosecutor for these cases, the Comey and the James case. This is all going to come to a head in a federal hearing, and that's when these two jets hit on the same runway for a short while, because they're going to join forces in an argument over this matter of whether Halligan is lawfully appointed in a hearing November 13th. That's a week from Thursday, if my math is correct, at the federal courthouse in Alexandria, Virginia.
That's going to be interesting.
See what happens.